In this tutorial, you'll learn how to use FiLMiC Pro's innovative tri-modal hardware support for the DJI OSMO Mobile to lock and unlock your reticles, manually control focus and exposure, perform ultra-smooth pan and tilts, and start and stop recording, all directly on the OSMO Mobile without having to touch your iPhone. First, you'll need to pair your device with the OSMO Mobile. To do this, start by inserting your iPhone into the OSMO and enable Bluetooth by swiping up to launch Control Center and tapping the Bluetooth icon. Make sure you've already successfully paired your OSMO to the iPhone with the DJI Go app and updated to the latest firmware, then launch FiLMiC Pro. Tap the cog icon to open settings and scroll down to hardware and tap to open. From here, turn on support for the OSMO Mobile and you'll see a drop-down list from which you can select your OSMO. Just tap once to complete the pair process and you'll briefly see the tri-modal display on screen. Tap outside of the drop-down menu to close it and we're ready to start using the OSMO Mobile in FiLMiC Pro. The OSMO Mobile has 4 physical buttons that we can utilize in FiLMiC Pro: the circular joystick, the record start stop button, what DJI calls the shutter button, but this operates more like a soft touch mode selector in FiLMiC Pro, not adjusting shutter at all, but rather cycling through the tri-modal operations. And on the front of the OSMO is the trigger. There are 3 OSMO Mobile control modes in FiLMiC Pro that you can cycle through by pressing the shutter button. Mode 1, the pan tilt mode, is the default at launch and is signified by the blue status LED on the OSMO, and this allows you to use the joystick for incredibly smooth pan and tilts. By pressing in any direction gently, you can achieve very slow and smooth moves. And as you push the joystick towards the extremities, the speed of these movements increase. To recenter the OSMO Mobile, double-click the front trigger. If we press the shutter button on the OSMO, we cycle to Mode 2, the reticle mode, which is signified by the status LED turning white and allows you to lock and unlock the focus and exposure reticles whilst recording and perform slider-based pull-to-point automated moves. To lock the exposure reticle, slide the joystick to the left and repeat this left slide to unlock. To lock the focus reticle, slide the joystick to the right and repeat to unlock. If you tap and hold on either reticle to open the manual slider whilst in this mode, you can trigger your pull-to-point moves simply by sliding the joystick right when in the manual focus mode to perform a focus pull, and to the left when in exposure mode to move between exposure pull points. And if we press the shutter button one more time, we enter Mode 3, Manual Mode, which is signified by the OSMO status LED turning magenta. And in this mode, you can press vertically up and down on the joystick to manually adjust focus, and horizontally left and right to adjust the exposure. One nice feature of the manual mode is if you tap and hold on either reticle lock icon to open the manual adjustment slider, then swipe in to reveal the variable speed slider. Adjusting the speed here will increase or decrease the speed of the change when adjusted on the OSMO. I can drag the speed slider for ISO to the very top for the fastest exposure change when using the joystick on the OSMO, or to the bottom for a slower exposure change. If we press the shutter button again, it cycles back to the pan tilt mode. To start a recording, press the record button on the OSMO Mobile, and while recording we can continue to cycle through each mode and make adjustments on the fly. A really nice feature in FiLMiC Pro is if you happen to be in the reticle mode, but instantly need to adjust the pan and tilt with a joystick. Instead of having to click twice on the shutter button to cycle back to Mode 1, simply press the front trigger once and it will instantly revert to the pan tilt mode. So the OSMO Mobile, when used with FiLMiC Pro, can achieve incredibly cinematic results in full 4K at up to 100 megabits per second, and the tri-modal controls make shooting intuitive and almost completely eliminates the need to touch your device whilst recording. If this tutorial helped, please like, share and subscribe to Epic Tutorials and FiLMiC Pro for more. There are some killer new features coming to FiLMiC Pro soon for the OSMO Mobile, and of course we will be covering them as they're released. As always, if you have any questions about the OSMO Mobile and FiLMiC Pro, ask them in the comments field below, happy to answer them. My name is Elliot Fitzroy for Epic Tutorials. Thanks a lot for watching.